Hey guys, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and I am slightly dying less than the previous video you guys might have seen earlier today. I'm no longer suffocating and coughing so much. I had some tea, had some coffee, but as I talk more, it'll get worse, so don't worry. Anyways, so first things first. I think there's a free summon for me. There it is. If you don't know about this yet, we're beginning our trek for free summons for the Fan Festa that just happened in Korea. In the Seoul Fan Festa, Seoul in Korea. God damn it, Vortie. You're crap. You can't pronounce shit. Your English is terrible. Anyways, so the Fan Festa is finished. We get a week of free summons, I think. Wait a minute, it's right there. 9 days of free summons. Yay. 8 days. Anyways, you get your free summons. We also got 12 EX tickets. Hold on to those, okay? Don't spend them because we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but the triple rate is coming this Friday. Black Friday, that's right. Pause a little. Let the audience absorb. Black Friday, we get the triple rate up. Triple rate up. And they're calling it triple rate rather than a flat 3% like they are in the Japanese version because I am anticipating or guessing, logically, guesstimating with educational guess. I guess that's what it's called. Guesstimating. Is that our rate is actually not even 1%. They might actually be below 1% on the positive note. I don't think it would ever be over 1%. I think it's way below 1% and they're saying triple rate up increase rather than saying 3% increase. Or increase to 3%. Because I don't think they want to divulge it. And I don't think here on Global they have to because of the laws. I don't think they have to actually say what their rate is. But whatever it is, we're tripling it, which means you're going to have a 3 times higher chance. If you had shitty luck before, you're going to have 3 times less crappier luck now. That's all that means. But that's coming, so make sure you save all of your tickets, stones, pulls, whatever you want to call it, till Friday, until the update, which is going to happen right after Ariana's event ends. When that happens, that's pretty much when you want to, if you're going to pull, then that's your chance. But there's more. We're also getting a banner from, just like they had in the Japanese version. You get to do a 5,000 lapis pull on each type. What I mean by type, we don't currently have the banner up right now, but like the rare summon, like how we have it, it'll say like, you know what, all physical attackers, and you'll have that banner, and then you're gonna have like all magic, you have a banner like that. You're gonna have all support, and you're gonna have a banner like that, or like tanks or whatever. So they'll bunch all the units into 3 different groups. There's going to be a high chance of increased 6 or 5-star based units on those banners. Then you can do each banner once. So if you have 15,000 lapis, hold on to those 15,000 lapis. That's going to be your highest chance, other than an EX ticket, that's a 5-star base. It's going to be your highest chance of getting a 5-star based unit. And if I remember correctly, they were guaranteed in JP. Hopefully we're guaranteed there too, which means you will get a guaranteed 5-star based unit from each area as long as you have 5,000 lapis. So this is very good for you guys. If you're a sea fish or a dolphin or like just a minnow, whatever it is, you've spent money before and you ever were wondering when is a good time to spend some money, it's probably now. When those banners come out, that's probably a good time to, if you were thinking of investing into the game, then that's probably a good time. Around that time, we're also going to be getting a bunch of different what do you call it, bundles that are going to be related to Black Friday. Most of them look pretty good. We'll talk about those in a minute, but they look pretty good. Again, we don't know what's in them directly just yet because they wasn't told, but those are also coming as well. So, woo, yeah, baby. That cough. All right, so overall, that's pretty much what's happening with that. That's coming, so hold on to your crap. Don't waste it just yet. Just wait. Things are changing for the better, hopefully, and that's gonna be that. All right, so if you go to your mailbox today, you'll probably notice, oh, look at that, EX tickets, yay. So save those till after, and good luck. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my free summon. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it before I do anything else. Come on, blue. Oh my goodness, I'm disappointed. All I wanted was a blue. All I wanted was a blue. Triple rate minus down? It is triple rate minus down. Bran! Thank you, Bran. Alright. I think I have enough for this too. I promised myself I wouldn't pull for this crap. I have enough. Alright, I'll pull for this crap. I don't need any of these units. There's no way. Is it gonna be Ling? I'll add another Ling to my... No, Garnet. Alright, I've been cursed! I can't get a banner unit to save my life. Alright. So that's that. Let's take a look. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna talk about this. So just gonna move. Looks like this, I think. Is that it? It worked! Celebrate! Woo! Party! Alright. Time to party! Alright, so before I start anything, shout out to Reddit and the team out there for keeping everything pretty coolly-dooly. Unless I'm trying to make a video talking about units that have never been introduced to global yet. Or JP or anything, then they suck. Because they don't have anything up yet. But enough of complaining. Here's the thread about the Fan Festa. If you want to go look at it yourself, it's called Fan Festa. And it's by no other by Nasta, the big boy out here. There's a stream you can watch it, the Instagram copy, the Twitter copy, blah blah. We're just gonna go over the summary of this stuff and kind of talk about it. Roy is coming. He's coming on his own banner, which is really cool. He gets 2 other units to come with him, which are actually really nice. Grom is actually really cool. He comes with a... actually, we'll just open it up real quick like this. So, Grom is a physical unit. He's not, overall, as a unit himself, he's not very useful, but his Trust Mastery is actually really nice. It's the first time we're getting a Great Sword with Thunder on it. This is really cool, because units like... Orlando have lightning-based attacks too, like you can use Lightning Stab, which will allow him to do a little bit more damage with that move. Especially if you do a Lightning in Peril, and then you do that, it's actually really cool. So a really, really good, what do you call it, ability, a sword, sorry. And then on top of it, you get a skill that will increase your attack, and it's a single target move called whatever. That's kind of cool. And then the other girl, Aura, her Trust Mastery is also really nice. It's a two-handed, I think it falls under. Two-handed or one-handed? Can't remember if it's a two-handed or not, but she also gets a Spear, which is same thing, 125 attack, but it's wind, and she will also get an ability that she can cast for it. Overall, if you're pulling for banner, you're not going to be disappointed with the other 2 units you're going to be getting because they're really, really nice because of their Trust Masteries. The Roy, obviously Roy is really good as a bard. Unlike the other people, he takes time to ramp up. He's going to cast his abilities in sequence. Think about like Soleil, but more complicated. Soleil, once her abilities are enhanced, you cast one thing and then cast the next thing and then you get the buff. Whereas with this guy... you have to kind of cast things in sequence, and it gets better and better as you get closer to like his. I think it's like on a 4 or 5 turn or something like that, something stupid, something really high. As you get to those turns, then he becomes more fully potentialed. On his like last one, he gets like an increase to like all stats, I think by like 110% or something. Plus, he gives you hit points and MP regen, which is really cool. Like a solid overall solid unit with these cool capabilities. But if he dies, everything resets. This can be combated by his Trust Master, or not Trust Master, his Limit Burst, which will kind of buff you immediately, but he's a little bit lackluster in my personal eye because of how long it takes him to ramp up. Is he a good unit? Absolutely. If you get him, you should be very ecstatic. I might do a couple of pulls on him as well because it would be really nice to have a nice Bard, as I don't have Ramza. I do have Lunera, but she's not going to be too useful till she gets her enhancements. So overall, an amazing banner. The really, really good news about that banner is it comes out the same time or shortly after the triple rate increase, okay? The next thing they talked about in the Fan Festa was the next trial we're getting. It's called the Blood Moon trial. This trial is actually really unique, and it's actually something that's got me very excited because it's one of the first trials where it's going to be dominated by mages. And what I mean by that is that he summons 2 different skulls that require different kinds of element to kill them, and then you can focus the big head. So you cannot just come in there with a full physical damaging team and then think that you're going to be able to survive. The JP rewards that they had, which we haven't seen anything yet on the Global version, obviously the rewards will be the same. It's just what are they gonna be like? Are they gonna get enhanced? Are they gonna get nerfed? Or are they gonna get changed? You know, whatever. We haven't seen that for the global version yet. So GP version, it's a rod. It gives you 92 attack, nice, and then 120 magic. Hell yeah, that's a really beastly rod. We do have a bunch of other ones that are very close to it. So I would say that probably increasing this a little bit more should be suffice in order for people to think it's worth their while. Then you can get Lunatic Sabbat, which is a materia, 225% magic single target, 50% spirit ignore attack. It's flat out magic. It's a magic attack. It's not based on any sort of element, but it will also reduce all elemental resistance on the unit you cast by 35%, which is really, really crazy. You're doing an imperil by 35% to all magic while doing damage to a target, which is crazy. Then on top of that, which I think is probably the best thing on here, is the materia. The reason I'm not saying these are like they're not bad, but I'm looking forward to this because it's a 50% flat increase, 50% increase when you're wearing a staff. And if you really want to, you can put this on Warrior of Light and give him a staff and a shield, and he's gonna get a crazy spirit boost by having that, which is really crazy. So Black Friday specials is the next thing they have in here. It's just a picture. Wow, that's stupid. But anyways, I talked about this a little bit. Black Friday special is pretty much going to be different kinds of bundles they're going to give us for Black Friday, which means they're going to be discounted, probably worth it. But before you do anything, if you're curious and you're not sure whether you should take a look at it, jump on to Reddit and double check to see what people are doing, or you can wait for me. I'll probably be making a video that same day letting you know what I'm doing, whether I'm going to buy it or not, or whether it's worth it for me or not, and you can make your decision based off of that. Then there's a special bundle that was in the JP. It's called Lohengrin Sword. This is what they offered to them during their special login bonus. It's kind of like a enhancer, but just flipped over. You do more on a physical attack and less on the magic attack. I did buy this on the JP version because I had Lapis, and if I remember correctly, this was a Lapis purchase, whereas the Black Friday specials are worth real money. So we'll see. This was pretty cool, and I think it's gonna have good potential. Depending if it's with Lapis, I think it was for like 3,000 Lapis or something. It wasn't 5. Plus, I think inside there you got a materia, like 30% attack materia, and I think that's why I picked it up, because of the materia. Right. Shortly after, we're going to be getting the Final Fantasy 15 banner, where we're going to be getting Gladio, Core, and Iris to be joining us. Overall, pretty good units. Gladio is supposed to be a damage-dealing tank. He's a two-handed sword-wielding tank. He's very interesting. He's got some interesting abilities. I'm not going to touch on those at all because he was pretty lackluster in the JP version. He kind of fell off the map. I don't know. Like, nobody's ever put him up as a tank so you can pick him up. And that's kind of how I base my opinion of what I think the units are doing. I know that there's like a whole ranking system that they're using, where they're like, oh, this unit is this many points. No, that's all cool. And the way I look at it is, when you're cycling through friends, the units that appear the most are the best units, in my opinion, because those are the units people want to share. Like, people rarely put up tanks, but when they put up tanks, the units I see is Warrior of Light, Veritas of Earth, and Wilhelm. Those are the 3 tanks you always see up for people. So in my opinion, those are the best tanks, because those are the tanks you have access to. Those are the kind of tanks you want to share with your friends when you're like, you know what, oh, you need help? Let me give you Veritas of Earth. Let me give you Warrior of Light so you can use them. Nobody's going to be like, let me give you Gladio to use because he's so strong. I haven't seen that yet, but overall, I'm expecting that in the global version, they're going to give us a little bit of a rework on what he does, or how he does it. Maybe making him more of a pronounced tank, or make him have more of a pronounced damage dealing role. So we'll have to see what it does, because right now, Noctis came out, and he's amazing from Final Fantasy 15. Gladio's going to come out, and he's going to be like, And then Roy, what is his face? Damn it, his name escapes me. The guy with the guns, I can't remember his name now. Jeez. Anyways, he comes out and he is horrendous. I have him on the JP version, and I don't know. Building him is very hard because all he does is guns and stuff. But anyways, so Gladio, overall, okay unit. Core and Iris are interesting. Core can actually have the Japanese version because of how double hand stacks. He's got an 80% double hand increase naturally, and then with a double hand stackable on there, you can get his attack to like 1800. Which is what some people were doing during this event, like very high, like 14 to 1800 attack when you just decked him out, and he was insane. He could just one-shot the whole event. That came out at the time, and he's interesting. Overall, it's just his Trust Mastery is what I would pick him up for. I'm going to max him out anyways just because I think he's a cool unit, but Trust Mastery is what you're going for. Same thing for Iris. Her Trust Mastery is a shield with a spirit buff that also helps you increase how you get attacked. Very interesting. But again, we'll take a look at these once it comes out on the global version. They might get a little bit of rework, and I think that's going to be the most important part for us to see what they've done for the global version. Overall, the Final Fantasy 15 banner is coming out shortly after the Roy banner. Because the Roy banner is coming out, and it's because all the units there, I believe, because of the Roy banner, there's going to be another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius story event. And then right after that, we're going to get a King Mog event, because right now we have a raid event. So we're going to get a King Mog event, which is going to be the Final Fantasy 15 event. Unless they do a raid event, which won't be the same like they did in the JP version. And during this King Mog event, that's when they're going to rework Noctis, which is the next thing under here. They're saying estimated rework for Noctis' Black Friday, which is cool. But in the Japanese version, when they released the Final Fantasy 15 banner, you could also bring Noctis as a 100% unit from that banner to be able to get like the bonuses, which I hope is also true here for global, because that'd be really cool. That way you can actually test out Noctis' new changes. All right, so talking about the changes, he's going to become more like the Japanese version. So my understanding from from the translations, which is broken, is that they're going to take the Japanese Noctis and they're going to give us all of his really good abilities that he got into the global version. And they're going to rework some of the other abilities to make them even better. So with all being said and done, Noctis is supposed to be on the global version better than the Japanese version now. That's how it's been explained, and that's the way it seems. But again, just hang in there. We'll find out exactly how much of a change it's done, but for sure, like, they're not doubting it, and they kind of talked about it. The limit burst is getting increased to be just like the Japanese version. It's actually being buffed a little bit more, I think, where we also get like 30% reduced damage for the whole party, as well as like all the stats get buffed, and he does like 1,000 damage. Plus, it unlocks like an ability for him to be able to do close quarters or close combat warp strike, which is like a 540% modifier, and it ignores defense by 50%. So it's a huge hitting move. He's going to become a beast again. So if you had 1 or 2 Noctises, you should be very, very happy. He's going to get a huge boost. All right. So that's the whole Final Fantasy ordeal that's happening, the Final Fantasy 15. The next thing here they're talking about is going to be the rates. The rates are increased. They say here 3%, but the way they explained it while I was listening and watching the poor stream is that it says 3% rate increase. Like the drop rate is going up. It's going to be tripled, not 3%. It's going to be tripled. So whatever the rate was, it's being tripled. If it's less than 1%, it's tripled. That's really crappy. If it's more than 1%, they're tripling it. That's going to be really good for us. Okay. So that's kind of how it is for that. Then they talk about the units. Then some people that are shortlisted. Blah blah blah. Looking at the what do you call it? The rewards we'll be getting from this event. We get a 12 EX tickets, we already got that. We get free daily summons for 10 days, we already got that. 2 times King Metal Cactars daily for 5 days, we haven't got that yet. 1 expansion voucher daily for 5 days, we haven't gotten that yet. 500 Lapis, 500 Final Fantasy 15 event currency daily for 14 days, obviously that'll come when that happens. 1% Trust Moogle, same thing, we haven't gotten that yet. 1 4-star EX ticket, and 1 10+1 EX ticket. So we haven't seen any of those other ones. So for these guys here, like, honestly, of all the Fan Festas, this is like the weakest rewards we've gotten so far, which is whatever. What is this? Druby album. Let's see if we can see this guy's art that he posted. Yeah, it's too small here. I even had a hard time looking at it through. But overall, these guys they did a really good job for all the designs and create. They're actually really, really good. So that's kind of the sum up of the event. Again, I'm just reading through here. I mean, when I watched the stream, I kind of took some of my own notes. My biggest notes I took down for was I was excited for the Blood Moon trial. I was also really excited about this, and I was a little bit confused like what they meant by that. This Noctis change is amazing. Very, very, very cool. I don't really know what to say yet. I don't want to get too hyped for it because I'm not 100% sure how they're going to change him. But the abilities I heard that are changing made me very, very hyped. The bundles and stuff like that can go out there. It depends. It depends what they add, right? Like, they just showed us pictures of what it looks like. I wonder if they... Like, see in this picture here, yeah, so this is what they showed. So with the poor translation that I got, like, this is what they showed. I didn't catch of them saying anything of what's in these boxes, but they're different tiers, essentially. Like, this is like the lowest tier, the next tier up, and then the highest tier here are the Black Friday bundles. But the sword, and this is part of the special bundle. Like, the special bundle has the ticket, the sword, materia, and trust Moogle. This is the completely different bundle than the 3 that you can buy. So there's supposed to be like 4 bundles that you can pick up. So I'm kind of interested to see what that is. I just don't want to throw... I hate throwing money into a box that just gives you like a set amount of items. Like, Lapis is something that I think is more valued for that. But then again, these swords... This item here, the reason this is very important to consider to pick up, or any item you ever get in a bundle, is that later on you're gonna have quests that you can do to increase how much damage, what abilities these items get, right? You can't do it to other items, only the ones that you've gotten kind of from like drops and rewards. So if you don't have this, you won't be able to enhance it later on. That's what I'm saying. All right. So overall, the Fan Festa information we got was actually pretty good. The rewards we're getting from the Fan Festa is meh. They're alright. Like, I mean, like, we could have gotten better. Like, 1 4 times tickets is nothing really. It's kind of pointless. But like, if we got like 5 of those and whatever, it would have been fine, I guess. But hey, whatever. Free shit's free. Can't complain about free stuff, which is fine. So overall, good information. I'm pretty happy with what's going on. Again, I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty hyped about all this stuff too, especially the rate change. So this is going to be cool. All right, guys. So let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about this. Did you guys watch the stream? Did you catch something else that I didn't catch? Maybe these guys missed as well. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm all ears when it comes to this stuff. The good news is we don't have to wait that long. It's literally like 4 or 5 days away, and we're going to be able to enjoy all of this cool stuff. Alright, thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure you share the video, like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, bang your head against the keyboard, all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Vortie, and I'm out of here. Peace!
I saw it.